And from Ireland, Kevin Noon. From Ireland, the timekeeper, Alexander McKenzie. The three judges scoring. From Mexico, Omar Mintu. From the United States, Mike Ross. And from Belgium, Daniel Vandeville. And the referee in charge of the action from Panama, Hector Afu. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 8 rounds of boxing. This is in the cruiserweight division. You know the belt that's on the line. So, from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white and weighing in officially at 184.4 pounds. His professional record is a perfect one. 8 fights, 8 victories, 4 big wins by knockout. From out of Manchester, England, from a family of boxing royalty, he is Tommy TNT Fury. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner, wearing dark charcoal and weighing in officially at 183.6 pounds. Like his opponent, a perfect professional record. 6 fights, 6 victories, 4 big wins by knockout, recognized worldwide with tens of millions of media follows, living, training, fighting out of Dorado, Puerto Rico by way of Cleveland, Ohio, USA. He is the Problem Child, Jake Paul!
You hear what he just said? You don't back up.
Instructions in the dressing rooms. I want clean fight, okay? Coach Glove, good luck.
The moment has arrived. The world is watching. Jake Paul, Tommy Fury, both men undefeated. Naraya, Saudi Arabia. The talk is over. Finally, they collide. We are underway. Ray Forrest, Showtime, Sean Porter, Coach Larry Wade.
I think we just got the game plan from J. Leon Love, the coach of Jake Paul. He said, hey, you don't take no steps back. You don't back up. Obviously, right there being rushed, he did smart, you know, to take steps back right there. But we'll see what happens. Tommy, on the other hand, he started as I expected him to, a little fast, coming right after Jake. This is what I expected from Tommy.
Tommy Fury, led by his father, John Fury. Also his older brother in attendance, Tyson Fury. Jake Paul, his brother, Logan Paul. Social media superstar, WWE superstar, also in attendance, supporting his younger brother, Jake Paul. Time being called by referee in charge, Hector Afu.
Well, the refs don't warn them about wrestling, but I'll tell you what Jake is doing. Jake is trying to settle down Tommy. So if I grab you a couple times, all that high energy that you came to the ring with, you don't have a chance to use it, you settle down.
Both men have predicted knockout wins under 4 rounds. There's an overhand right. That overhand right has put away the likes of Tyron Woodley, also put Anderson Silva on the canvas in Jake Paul's recent victory back in October in Arizona.
Listen, Tommy has doubled and tripled up on his jab. And then finally, Jake came over the top with overhand right. If you're Tommy, keep jabbing. Don't stop jabbing because you see a weapon coming after you. You stabilize that weapon by continuing to use your jab.
The corner of Tommy Fury telling him to circle to his right. Again, this is an 18-foot ring. It's what Tommy Fury wanted. This is a small ring. Jake Paul said no problem, meaning it's not hard to find the other man. Overhand right over the top, connecting for Paul.
I guess this is going to like it. We see Jake Paul, we know him for being really heavy-handed with that right hand. He's starting to release it with authority.
Jake Paul has that right hand. He's ready to unload it. Tommy Fury said, I'm a way better boxer. There's no way this guy can beat me. Tommy Fury has proclaimed the public has only seen 10% of what I'm capable of inside the ring.
If you look at this fight right now, you have to ask yourself, who is quote-unquote the YouTuber and who is quote-unquote the boxer? Because if you look at it, well, Jake Paul is showing that he is definitely a seasoned boxer. He just has to stay consistent in what he's doing and put pressure on him in the same way.
DJ Flores, Jay Leon.
As y'all can hear, y'all can see the fight. You can see his bias already. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't seen Jake Paul show nothing so far.
Final moments of the first round.
Tommy definitely looks like the boxer.
As we near a right hand to the body by Paul. Back from Tommy.
Like I just said, Tommy definitely looks like the boxer.
Here in Saudi Arabia.
What we don't need is to listen to people talking and being biased.
He's got nothing. You feel good? He's took the back punch off him. Nothing. What you do is slow your job down. Let's wait inside. All you need to do. Hands high, step in with Paul. Step in with a jab. Step in with a fine. What do you want inside? No problem.
Nice finish right here. This is how you close the round. Tommy Fury heard the clap. He ran right after Jake Paul. If anything, you still the round there. One big punch landed in that round from Jake Paul was overhand right. But then here's the finish right here. This is what you do. You give the judges the last impression. Now they remember what you did. They remember you backing Tommy up. Excuse me, you backing Jake up. They remember you landing shots. They remember you wanting to win that round.
Well, during that sequence, Tommy Fury landed a left hook and then continued to pursue Jake Paul, and then he landed a right hook right on the jaw of Paul. Round number 2 begins between Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. Of Fury's, all of his knockouts have come in 2 rounds or under.
Tommy received an overhand right in that first round, and he ate it really well. What he can't afford to do is keep that jab hand down after releasing it, because we know the punch right there. We know that an overhand right is coming from Jake Paul, especially in a moment like that right there.
Tommy Fury said while Jake Paul was on the Disney Channel, he was in camp learning as an amateur, getting his lumps in, sparring with heavyweights that his brother Tyson Fury was sparring with in preparation for his professional fights. Jumping right hand by Tommy Fury.
Good work right there from Tommy Fury. And just a great counter jab right there from Jake Paul. But listen to me right now. Tommy's doing a really good job of controlling this 8-foot ring. What he can't afford to do is continue to move to the left into the direction of an overhand right.
Jake Paul very relaxed indeed. He needs a stiff jab from Tommy Fury. Jake Paul actually told Tommy Fury, bet your purse. If you beat me, I will double your purse. If you lose to me, you get nothing. Still no word if that's official or not. There's a right hand down the center by Tommy Fury. Glancing shot.
And I want to say this again, just so that it's clear, during this fight, just because a fighter is moving does not mean that that fighter is afraid to fight, and it doesn't mean that that fighter is running. What Tommy is doing is he's staying out of the reach of Jake Paul, and he's setting up his jab, and he's working off of that. That's what he's supposed to do in this fight. Outbox the YouTuber.
There's a left hook blocked by Jake Paul under a minute to go in the second round. Jake Paul has sparred the likes of Andrew Tabiti overhand right, also John Pascal has been in and sparring all over the United States. Overhand right by Paul. Now they tie up. Hector Afu will separate them.
That overhand right is starting to find a home. Jake needed some kind of rhythm to get started, and now he's setting it up with jab, feint, and overhand right. Gotta get him back into this fight.
Both men seem to be relaxed. A stiff jab by Tommy Fury.
We call it fast chess. What does that mean? Tommy, you got hit with 2 overhand rights in a row. Calculate what happened, and don't let it happen again.
We're nearing the end. Overhand right, that was blocked as Fury responds with the right of his own.
I'm not gonna talk too much during the fight, but y'all can see how they trying to sway the fight in Jake Paul's favor, and you can see that Tommy Fury is clearly winning this fight right now. It's only 2 rounds in, but Tommy Fury is definitely winning the fight.
Right here, the nice jab right there, Tommy Fury. His jab is going to land first because he's longer. It's up to him to use that jab and not allow Jake Paul to get confident like that right there. Stay in there, eat the jab so that I can deliver overhand right. That jab's got to come fast, it's got to come strong, and right here, Tommy has to be elusive after throwing the jab. That way he doesn't get hit with an overhand right.
That right hand that Jake Paul landed on has put away the likes of Ben Askren, Tyron Woodley, put Anderson Silva on the canvas in the final round, but Tommy Fury ate it well. And the question was, which man will be able to withstand the other's power, and which man will be able to inflict punishment on the other. So far, Tommy Fury has been able to eat the overhand right of Jake Paul, but now Jake Paul with the stiff jab to back up Tommy Fury momentarily.
Absolutely. So when we talk about those overhand rights that have put other fighters out. Those other fighters were older. Those other fighters were a little over the hill and had some mileage. Tommy ain't got none of that. So you got a young, fresh body in front of you. It's gonna take more than one overhand right to get Tommy out of here. Now here's the jab. Sorry, but here's the thing. Tommy switched his game plan. Why are you standing in front of Jake? Continue to move and do what was working for you in the first and second round.
From the problem child. Now it is Jake Paul who is focusing more on the boxing instead of looking for the overhand shot. That overhand right.
Yeah, that's a heck of a jab that Jake is throwing. He's got the right hand in front of his face so that he doesn't get hit. He's dipping down a little low and he's bringing the jab hand up and it's landing clean.
And let's also remember that Jake Paul and his brother Logan Paul were stand-up wrestlers in high school in the state of Ohio, which is not easy to do and compete at a high level in the state of Ohio from a wrestling standpoint.
Guess what? You'll say, oh, that was wrestling. This is boxing. Guess what? He's an athlete. Guess what? He's a competitor. He's a real boxer. We got 2 real boxers in the ring today. Just one came from YouTube, and that's all. One came from TV.
The way social media is, both men certainly polarizing figures in their own right.
It looks like now Tommy Fury is trying to slow down a little bit, but he hit him definitely with a serious jab.
Coming up on a minute to go.
Yeah,
the third round.
Yeah, the first 2 rounds, Tommy was punch and move. Now he's punching, he's standing still, and that's a problem. Nice hook right there from Jake Paul.
Out of Tommy Fury's 8 opponents, 2 of them have had winning records. So Jake Paul said, you want to look at my record, who I fought, or who have you fought? Only 2 of your opponents have had winning records.
Yeah. I don't think the record really means much. It matters what you do against those guys.
Styles make fights, an overhand right on the temple. Connected for Jake Paul. Time being called by Hector Afu.
Yeah, Jake right there. He's just trying to get his head on Tommy. Just trying to rub his head over Tommy's head. The veteran move right there.
Well, when you work with the likes of PJ Flores, also Jay Leon Love, and the entire team that Jake Paul has with him, you pick up a few things or two.
Absolutely. Jake Paul's corner has all of the experience that he lacks. And that's why we've seen Jake get as good as he's gotten to this point. We've seen him improve because of his corner. Really good, strong round right there for Jake Paul.
Good round for Jake Paul right there. I'm not a biased person. I think Jake Paul won that round right there.
Logan Paul, this is a stage that you've been on before in Saudi Arabia. You're the first Paul to make a huge splash here. What was the last thing that you said to Jake before he came out tonight?
I said, Jake, I love you. I'm not going to give you a big speech. I know you got this, but either come back victorious or come back on your shield. I love you, bro.
I love you too, man. How do you feel like he's doing so far in the fight?
He's doing great. I think the first 2 rounds were close. He definitely got that last round.
He lost the first 2 rounds. Stop it.
You gassing out. You a bitch. The whole human family a bitch.
Wow. And Tyson Fury need to go over there and slap the hell out of him.
support for the Fury family.
I looked over at them, didn't seem to shake them. No one seemed to acknowledge
That's what I'm talking about.
what Logan Paul said. Good exchange right there from Tommy.
Domination by Fury.
You gotta be able to read your opponent. If you know what you're looking at, you can see the punches coming from Jake. You can tell when it's gonna be a jab or a lead hook or an overhand right.
So you're saying Jake is telegraphing his shots?
Absolutely. Honestly, from what I can see, from what I'm reading, I know when the overhand is coming, I know when the hook is coming, and when the jab is coming. It's up for Tommy to not set his feet. A lot like what Biden did last fight. Tommy, don't set your feet. Keep moving and don't allow Jake to get close to you.
As Jake Paul went forward, he ate a couple right hands. Tommy Fury with 4 right hands over the course of a 15-second period. Both men predicted finishes before the end of the 4th round. We are now at the midway point of the 4th.
It's gotta go. It's gotta go. It's gotta go.
This is probably a Tommy Fury that nobody expected right now. What about you, Wade?
You know what, as I'm looking at him, the number one thing I'm looking at, he's waiting for him so he can catch him with the counter. And so you expect that out of someone who's a more polished boxer. So he's definitely showing us something different.
A minute to go in this 4th round. Tommy Fury looks to be very relaxed inside the ring against Jake Paul. Paul's athleticism has yet to really frustrate Fury over that time period.
I think it's the opposite. I think that I really wouldn't say Jake is frustrated. It's a good combination right there from Jake.
Combination. He threw 1 punch.
Tommy's comfortable in there right now. Tommy's comfortable in there right now. He's in his rhythm.
Keep your hands up, Tommy.
Trying to time Jake, and he turned the tables. Again, the movement is what's giving Jake trouble. Don't stand in front of Jake and allow him to punch. Keep moving. It's okay.
Final moments of the 4th round between Jake Paul and Tommy Fury. There's a right hand that hit the back of the head. Hector Afu in a call time.
I have it 3 rounds to 1. Fury's way.
What you do now, you got him pushing back now.
See right here, this is a nice 1-2 right down the middle. That's good boxing. That's experience. And he saw that Jake Paul was moving back, and so Tommy did what he was supposed to do. He kept pursuing. Right here's the firefight. A little back and forth. Another close round. A round that I felt Tommy had the better end of. Nice hook right there for Jake Paul. Nice clean hook right there. And look how he set it up. He went to the body and he came back up to the top. Such a hard shot. All right.
Taking a look at punches. Tommy Fury has landed 44, thrown 157. Jake has thrown nearly less than half of that. 82 only landed 27. So Tommy Fury is clearly being the busier of the two.
You got to be busy. When you're in the ring with someone who doesn't have experience, you throw a whole lot at them, you know? And when you have opportunities, you throw the whole kitchen sink at them. Right here, this is where Tommy wins. Leading with the jab, backing Jake up, and not allowing Jake to set up that right hand and come off of his back foot with a big punch.
So much for that prediction from both men, stating the fight will not enter the 5th. We are now into that round.
Let's keep it real. Both these guys do what they got to do. And this is a 50-50 fight. When you have a 50-50 fight, no, it doesn't go. It goes more than 5 rounds, more than 4 rounds. because it's 50-50. Both of these guys are trying to set things up and land the big shot.
I don't disagree with what you said, but we need to see a separation.
Ooh.
And that's what we may be seeing now.
Good shot by Tommy coming back with it.
What's going to separate this from being 50-50? That's what it starts right now.
It's been separated. This fight was never 50-50.
Right, Tommy was out of the way, and then he blocked Jake Paul with the right of his own.
This is a really good boxing match. I mean, they're trading jabs, they're trading big shots. I like the pace of Tommy.
Hector Paul has deducted 1 point from Jake Paul.
Uh-oh.
You get it from both of them. No?
So it's only to Jake Paul. To my knowledge, he just deducted a point from Jake Paul, not Tommy Fury, because he would have to go to the judges with both men. He only did it with Jake Paul.
Good shot from Jake.
That overhand right still finds a home. Even late, they made no adjustments to that.
Jake Paul still can afford to get overzealous. These moments where, especially you have points taken, you land a big shot, still take your time because Tommy Fury can eat your shots and he can deliver some of his own.
Under a minute left here in the fifth. The deduction of a point, what does that do to the mental psyche of Jake Paul?
It's not fair. In my personal opinion, I don't believe it's fair. I don't think either fighter is fighting dirty. But what that does to Jake Paul is it makes him feel like he's got to rush. If anything, you can close in and make this a 9-9 round.
I agree. I don't see why the point was deducted there.
I agree with you, Sean. I don't think it's fair either. Both guys were throwing punches at that time.
But Jake Paul was losing this round without the point being deducted.
Right on the button.
Tommy Fury needs to get his hands up. I don't like that.
That'll end the fifth round. 3 more rounds to go. Jake
How y'all got a score so far?
During that fifth round, we're very curious to see how that is significant if it goes to the cards.
Let's see what we get here. Big hook right there from Jake Paul. It is because Tommy has his hands down. What I really want to say,
Right.
I don't know if they'll give it to us, is where the point was deducted. I just want to say this again. There was no dirty, it's not dirty fighting. Both these guys are running their hands. They're doing what they have to do. At the end of the day, you cannot afford for the ref to be the reason this fight goes one way or the other.
There is a very concerned big brother Tyson Fury, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, very much supporting his younger brother Tommy Fury. Wherever you're joining us around the world, we thank you so much for enjoying.
The only way I see Jake Paul winning this fight is Tommy Fury keeps his hands down.
Tommy Fury, both men undefeated. On to the 6th we go. There's a left hook connecting for Jake Paul.
Nice 1-2-1 from Jake Paul, and then Tommy comes right back. This is a 50-50 fight. This is what this is going to be, back and forth. In the end.
Both men have connected with some power shots. There's the uppercut.
He has to get them hands up. He's a much better boxer, but I think he's going to slip up and get caught with something big because he's kind of taking Jake Paul lightly.
And that right there is old school. Every time you touch your opponent, if your corner is making noise, that's allowing you, that's only making your opponent.
Ooh, good shot.
That's exactly what they need to do right now. Make noise. Now who's having the best of the moment right now?
A right uppercut moments ago that found its destination for Tommy Fury.
I like the jab of Tommy. I like the movement of Tommy. What I don't like is that the jab man doesn't come back and he stands right in line
Right.
after he throws that jab. Even though Jake has landed some overhand rights and they haven't put Tommy down, they haven't had a significant effect on Vince Steele will catch up to you.
There is a small abrasion. It's now bleeding underneath the left eye of Jake Paul. That is not an open wound, but it is an abrasion, a bruise of sorts, underneath the left eye of Jake Paul. Compliments of those right hands from Tommy Fury.
I like what Jake did. He just did a double jab. He was slow.
He likes what Jake done.
I like to see Jake try
Can y'all tell me what he done?
jab with the jabber. Give him something else to look at. Now, guess what? We need experience to make some adjustments. Corner has to make some adjustments.
I would like to see him not put so much weight on that front foot. A lot of times he overexerts himself and he overextends himself and he gets caught because he has too much weight on that front foot.
No offense, they got the wrong rep for this guy. You have to get a rep that understands what he's dealing with.
I agree with him about the ref. He's looking to take a point from Tommy any moment now.
Look, here we go.
I told you, this referee is garbage. I don't know who he is, but he need to be fired. That didn't even make sense. That did not make sense.
Really, in a way, I wouldn't say this ref is trying to be a superhero MVP of this thing, but he's just
Oh my God.
understand what he's dealing with.
I'm scared he might take a fight from somebody.
You know what? And also, sorry,
What is he doing?
the ref, he is doing what he's supposed to do, but in this particular situation, there's some things you just have to be a little more.
Yeah, I mean, he just took a point from Tommy for what?
Because of what you're dealing with. Yeah.
You clearly see Jake holding.
Final 10 seconds of this sixth round. Tommy Fury, a point deduction.
Tommy Fury clearly won this round. I don't know how to score that round now with that point being taken. That just didn't make sense.
I will see that. Look, ready? 2 rounds, now put it on him. Other color. Look, he's gone. He's over.
Here's a look at some of the action from
That's water.
the sixth. Right uppercut by Tommy Fury.
That still could be a 9-9 round.
Nice uppercut. I saw that when I watched the fight. And Tommy Fury, he knocked the guy out with the uppercut. I said, wow, that's punch right there. If it lands, might do something for him. Both these guys, man, this is action package back and forth. It's everything that we wanted it to be. It's not the big bang that they said it would be. At least not yet. It's a good boxing.
Sean, you have it deadlocked at 56.
There he is.
What? He had this fight. Sean Porter had this fight 56 all.
Jake Paul 40 of 120.
Somebody tell me am I wrong? But that has to be the most biased scorecard I've ever seen.
Start off strong here in the seventh round.
I haven't, man. That's crazy. I had to look at that again.
To have a second foot.
I got it 5 rounds to 2 right now.
Or more punches, or you have to be able to move out of the way. That is the mistake that Tommy is making. Punches
In Fury's favor.
right there, he was able to move. That's what it has to be. And for Jake, I want to see you use more
There is no way possible this fight is that close.
head, body, head. Where's everything I've seen you do in the past? You gotta pull all that out
And
now.
that was that.
It's a close fight between these two as Jake Paul continues to pursue Tommy Fury. Back comes Fury right into the body. Back
You can clearly see Fury winning this round right here. Now, the round is still early in the round, but let's see.
away.
Yeah, absolutely.
Jake Paul seemed to came out with a little bit more energy this round. I think he understands the urgency and trying to move forward on this card.
He said Jake Paul came out with more urgency in this round.
Dirty boxing, but it is a lot.
Tommy Fury was winning this round.
We are hitting on the break.
I can't understand this.
It's what happens when you have guys that styles make fights, and you're going to get a lot of punching and grabbing with these two.
Absolutely. Yeah, a lot of punching. In between the punches, somebody throws, the next person throws, next thing you know, there's a deadlock and there's a motion. Bigger hands right there from Tommy Fury.
A series of 3 right hands that found their mark
This ref, man.
for the 23-year-old out of Manchester, England. Coming up on a minute to go in this 7th round. We believe it's a close fight here ringside.
I don't.
It's a really good boxing match.
I don't understand it. I don't think it's close.
Definitely giving us everything we said we wanted. They're fighting, they're boxing, they're entertaining us. This is exactly what we wanted. They're giving the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia everything they wanted here.
And guess what? Jake's slinging big shots. You don't see Tommy go down. Tommy's young. Jake's been in the ring with older guys. You see Tommy landing punches. Jake's not going down. Guess what? Tommy's been in the ring with guys that can't stand up to him. This is a good, competitive 50-50 fight. I told you guys that.
I'm ashamed of Sean Porter. I really am. I am ashamed of Sean Porter.
Under 30 seconds remaining in the 7th round. Also to note,
I want someone to tell me Tommy Fury is not winning this fight. That this fight is a draw right now.
Paul does have a rematch clause.
That makes sense.
He needs a rematch clause.
That means is, since we will be seeing this fight again.